Good morning, dear children. Today we are here for our English class. Class 5. Class 5. First to take out the grammar part. Grammar book. Your basic English grammar and composition. Class 5. So here first we learned is in the first chapter, first page itself. First we learned is sentences. Now this is we are revising. Nicely listen to me. This is the revision for the first semester. Coming first semester. Today we will revise grammar portion. Now first chapter 1 deals with the sentences. Sentences. Now what is an sentences? First, a group of words when we arranged in a meaningful order and make complete sense is called a sentence. So now suppose you have a question to write what is an sentence. So you have to write this answer. So revise again and again. A group of words when arranged in a meaningful order and make complete sense is called a sentence. That's all. Coming to the next, look at the picture and read these groups of words that you have to read, and they what is the sentence? What does it makes any sense? If doesn't make sense means that is not a sentence. You know that is we call phrase, because the sentence already when it is half done is called a phrase, that you know. Now coming to the next kinds of sentences. A sentence that makes a statement or declares something is called an assertive or a declarative sentence. Declarative sentence. Now suppose the question comes, what is an assertive or declarative sentence? You are able to write a sentence that makes a statement. Any statement that it makes, it ends with a full stop. Always sentences, the sensible sentences ends with a full stop. Now the dog barks at night. That is a complete sentence, and that is called statement. Statement or declaring. We are declaring that. Now it is raining. So it is a declarative sentence. We are declaring, isn't it? Something we are declaring. That is statement we are passing on this, isn't it? Now in that, now declarative and assertive sentence are of two kinds. Now in this also there are two kinds sentences we have. What we have those two kinds of sentences? Let us see. Positive sentence and negative sentences. Positive and negative sentences. Now what is positive sentences here? A sentence that tells something is called a positive sentence, which is something says good, always good. That is positive sentence. Now Rita sings well. That is positive sentence. Rita doesn't sing well. So that is negative sentence. When we say something bad of it, always it is positive, negative. And when we say good, it is positive. That you have to remember. And always the sensible sentences ends with a full stop. This is the revision of first lesson, first chapter. That page finished. Now coming to the second page that you have already know. That is to rearrange the words given to form the meaningful sentences. When you rearrange and write, remember, whenever it comes for the semester also you should remember, when you rearrange and write a sentence and there comes the full stop or question mark or whatever, always remember, when you rearrange and write a sentence, there should be full stop. And sometimes there should be punctuation marks. Sometimes there should be capital letters. And whenever you start a sentence, you should have a full capital letter. Start with the capital letter and ends with the full stop. That you should always remember. Not if you are writing full sentence and there is no meaning, you are not given a full stop, that means your sentence is half done, doubtful, so you will not get marks. You should always, whichever class, wherever you are, whichever school, whatever may be, you should remember these things. A capital letter should be from the beginning, starting of the letter. Now suppose you are what is that okay, it was raining. Now I should be capital, and when you starting, T should be small. Yes, it was raining. Okay, then second one, what you have to remember is punctuation marks and what is that called, question marks and exclamatory marks. I told you exclamatory marks comes always when you have surprising. Oh, there was an accident. That is a surprising, that you have to give an surprising exclamatory mark. Now coming to the second chapter. Okay, now we finished here. Which page? 2. Now coming to the third page, you have already done that you know sentences to form, isn't it? Now second chapter, subject and predicate. Remember, this is revision, and listen to me nicely. If in case comes to the semester afterwards, don't say, ma'am, we don't know, we did not revise or anything. I am revising in the what is that called, YouTube, and sending you the what is that called, videos. So you just listen to it every day, and accordingly you do the revision. Okay. Now subject and predicate here. Subject and predicate. Now in a sentence, the person or thing we talk about is called the subject. In a sentence, there is a sentence. Now Meena goes to school. Suppose to that is a sentence. Now what happens here? Meena is a subject. You say in Kannada, that is what that vastu or thing, something like that. She is a subject there. Now goes to school is a predicate. That is the way we divide the subject and predicate. Understood? In a sentence, what is said about the subject is called the predicate. Now, in a sentence, what is said? Here, what is said, that goes to school is said. Now, Meena is a person, subject, but what happens, what the action is she does is, that is more important, which is predicate. The subject has done some action. What Meena did? She goes to school. Okay. Now second example I am telling you. My dog plays with me. Now suppose this my dog, that is a subject. Isn't it? My dog is a subject. Plays with me. Now what does the dog does? Some action it is doing. So that action part of it is called a predicate. That action part of it called a predicate. Now Naman likes to ride a bicycle. Now Naman is a subject over there. Naman is a subject over there. Then likes to ride a bicycle is a, what is that, predicate. I told action of that sentences. Now Sita is eating a ice cream. Now Sita is a subject. Eating an ice cream is a predicate. Do you understand? These are the examples. Now in case same thing, you don't expect same thing whatever in the book, that it should come for the exam. Now may not come, but pattern may come same. Remember, pattern may come same, but same thing will not come. Always it is in the grammar, and grammar is given from anywhere up to first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth, fifth. So like that, you should not say, ma'am, it is not in our book. Grammar from first standard onwards you are studying. It is possible to give from first standard to fifth standard. Grammar can come from anywhere. You have seen. Now for the board exam, and they they don't give from the book, but they give from what is that, sometimes own. So pattern is there, but you have to remember that what is Given is a pattern, isn't it? Now these are the sentences, study nicely. And that is not I am giving you, I am going chapter per chapter for you and revising. Coming to the page number 5, you come. Coming to the page number 5, there is subject and predicate. Now, my uncle gave me a cricket bat. Now, my uncle is a subject there. Gave me a cricket bat. That is the action is done. Gave me. So that is the predicate over there. That is the predicate over there. Now Mary has finished her homework. So Mary is a subject and has finished her homework. That is the what is the action which Mary has done. Okay, now that you understood, now we have done that exercise. Now 6 also, page number, coming to the page number 6 here, add suitable subjects to each of the following predicates. Now dash is the king of the jungle there. Lion is the king of the jungle. Now subject to each of the following predicates. Now predicates are given only to add for you subject. Subject means you have to remember. Action is already there, but you have to write the action is done by whom and where, when, all that you have to write. Now dash sells bread, cakes and butter. Baker, isn't it? Now Sita flies a kite, or Rita flies a kite, or Meena flies a kite. There are different examples it is given. That is the subject and predicate. That already finished. Now coming to the page number 7, you come. And a random I am doing the revision. So go along with me only when you are doing in your houses. So do go along with me only and do the revision as I go with the pages. So you also take the book, sit and go along with it. I am not going too fast. I am going very slow page. One by one I am going. So go along with me. Understood? And do the revision. Do the revision, children. Don't wait. Your parents will tell, your father will say, mother, don't wait. You think this is the semester I have to study, and do the revision. Page number 7, that you column A and B, that is match the column, that is you can do very easily. Coming to the chapter 3. Chapter 3, nouns and kinds of nouns. Nouns and kinds of nouns. I am behind of this portion because you already suppose finish one, I think 6 or 7 chapters. I am lacking, but anyway, since I am not getting online class, I am finding difficult in the YouTube only to send for you. Whatever may be, I will try. Okay. Now many lessons I have to finish up in this grammar. I have not finished, but post standard I went a little fast because they were little okay. After separating the class, it was easy for me, so I went on. Okay, come on now. Now, chapter 3, nouns and kinds of nouns. Nouns and kinds of nouns. Noun is the name of a person, animal, place or thing. It is naming word. Yes, everybody should know what is a noun. Everybody, if you don't know, the definitions are there in first standard book, second standard book, third standard book, fifth standard book. Definitions are there. You see and study them. See and study them. Now here, kinds of, first read the passage given below and identify nouns. There is a passage is given here. In this, there are 5 kinds of nouns are there. 5 kinds of nouns. Proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, material nouns and abstract nouns. These are the 5 kinds of nouns. So you have to study them. Now suppose which are 5 kinds of nouns. So you should know immediately which are. Your answer should be proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun and abstract noun. Fast, immediately. If anybody asks, not only me, anyone. Okay, now here first will come to the kinds of noun, proper noun. Okay, kinds of noun, that is a proper noun. A noun with the names a particular person, place or thing is called a proper noun. A noun which names prop particular person, place or thing is called a proper noun. I think I am going about 10 minutes today, so don't want to make you to bore in the same video, so I'll stop here and just show the timing. That's what I thought of stopping. So chapter 3, so next revision will be the next tomorrow. I will send you. Okay children, till then, see you and study well, study well. I last time you got less marks in English. I saw that. Why you got less marks? You are puzzled because the first time online exam you were writing, and your exam was first English, so you didn't know. You were all watch watcher. Today, this time you should it all happen. All the children, I see that my children, they get through all the subjects and nice marks. All, not I don't know, I don't know, you don't say. You all can do, you all can do well. Understood? And parents, from your parents, lot of complaints that they are calling and telling me that you go here and there roaming, and outside you don't listen to them. You are left because you are thinking corona is no more. Don't think corona is no more, corona is there, but you should be careful. Don't go along again here and there and get sick. And what happens after getting sick, you know. No need to tell. So this is the way I am telling you. Okay then, see you children.